From the dusty sand quarries of Batié to beyond the pinnacle of the UFC, Francis Ngannou's rise was nothing short of jaw-dropping. But oddly enough, people doubted the baddest man on the planet, considering where he started. It's a classic rags to riches story, with Ngannou turning his back on doubt and hardship. Yet the baddest man on the planet turned doubters into believers, showing that even the most extraordinary stories can sprout from ordinary beginnings. Ngannou's early life was marked by hardship. His parents divorced at the tender age of 6 and led him to stay with his aunt. Financial constraints forced him into the grueling world of sand quarry work at just 10 years old. Despite temptations from local gangs, Ngannou drew inspiration from his father's street fighting reputation, choosing a different path, the path of boxing. Embarking on this dream wasn't without hurdles. Starting his boxing journey at 22, Ngannou faced setbacks, including a pause due to illness. Undeterred, he sought to transform his life to pursue a boxing career. A move to Paris at 26 seemed like the next logical step, but fate had other plans. Ngannou's arrival in Paris was a stark reality check. No money, no connections, just a dream. 2 months in a Spanish jail for illegal border crossings, testing his resolve. Yet, undeterred, Ngannou roamed the streets of Paris, searching for a boxing haven. Finding a gym willing to offer him $50 for basic training gear was a lifeline, but it wasn't all smooth sailing. Despite his initial passion for boxing, fate intervened again as MMA entered the scene. Encouraged by his gym mates, who believed it could be a quicker route to financial stability, Ngannou hesitated, but eventually embraced the transition. Weekends saw him seeking refuge in homeless shelters when the gym doors were closed. The struggle was real, the challenges immense, but Ngannou persisted. In the end, Francis found his way to MMA Factory, a mixed martial arts gym in Paris run by Fernand Lopez, who is also originally from Cameroon. Standing at 6'4" and weighing 260 pounds, Ngannou impressed Lopez with his quick understanding of MMA and natural abilities on his first day. Despite being homeless, Ngannou's commitment and unique skills led Lopez to offer him continued training and temporary lodging at the gym. This turning point marked the beginning of Ngannou's MMA career, fueled by his determination to make a difference in his life and support his family in Cameroon. His early fights under the French promoter 100% Fight showcased his rapid adaptation to the sport, with 3 victories and 1 loss by decision. After notching more impressive victories on his record, Francis Ngannou entered the octagon of the UFC, marking a pivotal moment in his career. On December 19, 2015, he faced off against fellow UFC newcomer Luis Enrique, and in a display of sheer power and precision, he secured a second-round knockout. This electrifying debut announced Ngannou's arrival in the world of professional MMA. His dominance continued with a TKO victory over Curtis Blades on April 10, 2016, and a first-round TKO against Bojan Mihailovic on July 23, 2016. Ngannou showcased his versatility with a submission win over Anthony Hamilton on December 9, 2016, earning his first UFC Performance of the Night bonus. This momentum carried into 2017, as Ngannou swiftly defeated former champion Andrei Arlovski in just 1.5 minutes in January, solidifying his status as a rising star in the heavyweight division. The UFC recognized Ngannou's talent and was ready to elevate him to a new level of competition. In an eventual showdown, Ngannou faced a formidable opponent in Alistair Overeem. The matchup was a significant leap in competition for Ngannou, but he rose to the challenge with a career-defining performance. In just 1 minute and 42 seconds of the first round, Ngannou unleashed an uppercut that echoed Mike Tyson's iconic style, knocking Overeem out cold. It was a knockout that instantly etched itself into the annals of MMA history, marking one of the most memorable and vicious knockouts ever witnessed in the octagon. The following January, Ngannou was thrown immediately into a championship match against Stipe Miocic, who had already tied the record for the most consecutive heavyweight title defenses. The champion Miocic felt belittled since Ngannou, following his knockout victory over Overeem, was showered with attention from the UFC publicity machine. This was evident in the build-up and the fight, as Miocic felt he was supposed to lose, even though he was knocked out by massive blows that would have made most guys gag on the canvas. Miocic withstood the storm and revealed Ngannou's weaknesses with his fighting intelligence. Despite never competing in a match, Miocic's toughness helped him narrow the distance and force Ngannou into later rounds, winning by unanimous decision and overwhelming style. Ngannou's next fight against Derek Lewis was a surprising setback, billed as an intense clash between knockout specialists. Lewis won despite injury, marking a disappointing bout for Ngannou, who was hesitant to compete after his weaknesses were exposed in his previous fight against Miocic. Ngannou returned to the octagon with a vengeance in November 2018, determined to end the year on a high note. His target was a rematch with epic clash of 2023. Fans witnessed the highly anticipated Battle of the Baddest between Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The pre-fight drama unfolded as Fury expressed his desire for a challenge, setting the stage for a showdown of epic proportions. This fight also sparked a whirlwind of predictions and opinions. Tommy Fury confidently foresaw an early night, predicting the fight would end in just 4 rounds. Eddie Hearn dismissed it as a total mismatch, labeling it a mere money grab. Derek Chisora echoed confidence in Fury, claiming the Gypsy King would drop Ngannou. Usyk, another boxer, criticized Fury's decision to take the fight, while Tommy Bellew emphasized the vast difference between boxing and MMA. Amidst the skepticism, Tyson Fury's promoter, Frank Warren, acknowledged Ngannou's UFC achievements, but firmly asserted Fury would win. There were many others. The stage was set for an electrifying clash of contrasting opinions and expectations. However, as the bout unfolded, the tension escalated when Fury, during the glove touch, challenged Ngannou to a playful, "Let me take you to school." Ngannou responded emphatically, "You're not taking me to school." Ngannou, typically composed, couldn't resist the celebration, taunting Fury with, "You're a bad professor. How is that school going?" The referee had to step in as emotions ran high. Despite the knockdown, Fury displayed resilience. Fury secured a controversial split decision victory, leaving fans in awe of this unforgettable bout's unexpected twists and turns. The Battle of the Baddest delivered on its promise, giving fight enthusiasts a night to remember and crave in anticipation of Ngannou's next fight. Despite his UFC prowess, doubts lingered about Ngannou's status as the baddest man on the planet. Beyond the octagon, Ngannou's establishment of the Francis Ngannou Foundation is presented as a surprising turn, challenging preconceptions. The foundation goes beyond martial arts, integrating life lessons like love, respect, and discipline. Ngannou transforms gyms into life schools, shaping young minds to be champions inside and outside the ring. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the foundation provided essential supplies and support to struggling families. Since 2018, thousands of kids have received a boost, armed with quality supplies at the start of the school year. Ngannou's commitment culminated in establishing the first MMA-certified gym in Cameroon in 2019, followed by a second in Douala in 2023. These gyms aren't just training grounds, they're dream factories for kids aspiring to succeed in.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake